Hello friends, today we're going to talk about zero-point breathing. What is zero-point breathing? Simply put, zero-point breathing is where you breathe all the way out, empty your lungs completely, let it all out, and let the air fall back in naturally. So one more time, do this with me. Just notice your breath, sit there, observe your breathing, focus on your breath, feel your lungs, take time, breathe normally. Once you're aware of your breathing, go ahead and breathe all the way out. Blow out. Breathe out. Till you have no air left. Then just let the air fall back in without forcing it in, without pulling in, without bringing air in yourself. So this is not an inhalation technique. This is an exhalation technique. You only breathe out. One more time. Let's try this together, okay? Breathe all the way out. Now just let it fall back in. You don't need to push it back in. You don't need to pull it back in. You don't need to breathe. You just let your natural spring-loaded breath bring it back in because you just zeroed it out. You just created a vacuum inside of you, just ringed yourself out, and then you're gonna let the air just fall back in. So why do we do this? Well, there's a bunch of reasons, but primarily it's because it ends your fight or flight response. It gets rid of your autoimmune disorders. It helps you conquer anxiety. Basically, breathing in this way actually helps you absorb more oxygen. Without forcing the air inside of you and just letting it fall in, you're able to breathe in a parasympathetic tone instead of a sympathetic tone, which would be a fight or flight response. So if you want to have control over your fight or flight, if you want to have control over your innate body systems, then you would not focus on inhalation, you would focus on exhalation. Problem is, most breathing techniques focus solely on inhalation. So we're going to completely get rid of inhalation from the process at all. We're going to wring our breath out, we're going to empty our breath, and then when we've created that nice vacuum, we're just going to let the air fall back in. And then wring it out again and let the air fall back in. Wring it out, fall back in. Push it out, and let it gently fall back in. So let's do that for like a minute. I'm going to go ahead and go through it. You can do through it with me. Here we go. If you're doing this right, you should be having what's called a soft surprise breath, where when you need to breathe in, you go like this. And it's just a quick, instant flood of your lungs, no resistance, easy breathing. So, someone once asked me, hey, could you teach so-and-so how to breathe? You should have a conversation with them about breathing. I said, sure, we can do that right now. Just focus on breathing out. And then you only have to worry about half of your breath. You don't have to worry about inhalation. You just focus on breathing out. That takes 50% of the effort away instantly. And then they went like this. I said, yeah, you got it. That's all you need to do. You don't want to breathe in more than you can breathe out. If you're breathing in more than you breathe out, you're going to create pressure in the system that's not going to be good, that's going to pop and crack the system. Some pressure is good in the right circumstance, but at the end of the day, that pressure has to release in order for our metabolism to work. So if you inhale more than you exhale, you're going to create a bunch of dysfunctions inside of your body. You're going to have bad posture, you're going to have cramps and all sorts of bad things. You need to get the metabolic waste out of your cells. So this breathing technique, which I call zero-point breathing, where you empty your lungs out all the way, and then just let it fall back in without thinking of it or controlling it, then your body's always going to take exactly what it needs and exactly what it can handle every time it inhales. So let's do that again, just 30 more seconds to end the video. Just want to get this point across. I call it 0-point breathing. And it goes like this. So I'm thinking about exhalation, and I'm not thinking about inhalation. I let the inhalation happen as a reflex. Maybe you could call it reflex breathing, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. So here we go, breathing out. Reflex, breathing out. Reflex. Breathing out. Reflex. Why does this work? Because your body is basically one giant spring. It is a spring-loaded system. So if you load the system and get the breath out, then all that's left is a spring load to bring it back in. And if you don't push into that spring, you're not going to break it. You're always going to have more spring energy. So good stuff. Keep it up. Keep breathing. If you have any questions, let me know. Put it in the comments below. I'm going to keep making breathing videos because breathing is what we need to do to get through this corona crisis that we're in right now. More people need to know about breathing, and you can spread the word by liking, commenting, sharing this video, or just sending it to your mom. I don't care. Whatever you got to do. Anyway, have a good day.